Hey book lovers, I am back! So today I'm here to film my overdue July and August wrap up. First I want to show you guys all the books I read in July. So the first book I read in July was Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie. Here's the cover. I always loved Peter Pan. I always loved the story of Peter Pan. When I was younger, I saw the movies and I loved them. And so I really wanted to read the book because I don't know, the story always fascinated me, and I told you I loved the movies, so I just really wanted to read the book. And I'm so glad I read the book. I gave this book 5 out of 5 lily pads. It was so good. This book was such a cute classic. I've been really getting into children's classics lately. They're just so fun to read. You're never too old for these books. This book was just so magical and so cool to read. I loved reading about Neverland and like the whole fantasy world. I loved the characters. I loved Wendy. She's definitely like my favorite character of the whole book. I loved Wendy. I loved Michael and John. I loved Peter. He was so cute. And overall, I just really loved this book. And it's a very short book. It's like less than 300 pages. And so, yeah. So, like, I loved the whole book. I was never bored. It was just so amazing. And the ending, I have to say, the ending was very realistic. The next book I read in July was Toxic by Sarah Shepard. This is the 15th book in the Pretty Little Liars series. As you guys know, I've been reading these books because I'm participating in the PLL read-along. Of course, I love this book. I gave it 5 out of 5 lily pads. It was so good. I don't have to say more about this book because this series is just so amazing. I loved every single book so far. And so, yeah, I would highly recommend picking up this series if you guys haven't read it yet because it's really, really good. The next book I read in July was a new release, and it is Shiny Broken Pieces. I'm not even going to try to say the author's names because I don't want to mess it up. Because this is the sequel to Tiny Pretty Things, which I read a couple months ago and I loved so much. And I loved this one. It was such a great sequel. If you guys don't know what this duology is about, it's basically just about these girls that go to a ballet school in New York, and it's very cutthroat and just very harsh. And I just love this duology. It was so amazing. It was just so good. I loved the suspense. I just loved the characters in these books. I loved the mystery aspect. It was sort of like a psychological thriller. Basically, I loved everything about this book. It was just an amazing sequel. I loved the ending. The series, this duology ended so well. It was a great ending. And overall, I would definitely give this book 5 out of 5 lily pads. And I would highly recommend this series if you guys love Pretty Little Liars or just any kind of psychological thriller. And if you love reading books about dancing, I would highly recommend this duology. If you guys want me to film a review for the duology, let me know in the comments because I'm not sure if I'm gonna film a review for those. But yeah, let me know if you'd like to see that. So the last book I read in July is a huge one, and that is A Court of Missin by Sarah J. Maas, the second book in the A Court of Thorns of Roses series. I'm not gonna say too much about this book because I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys, but just know I absolutely loved this book. It was so amazing. This book was just so incredible. I loved the first book, but I thought this book was just so much better. This book was like 1,000 times better. I loved it. I loved Feyre. I loved all the characters. I loved Rhysand. I loved everything about this book. I gave it 5 out of 5 lily pads, obviously. This book was just amazing. It's definitely one of my favorite books of the year so far. And so yeah, I'm not going to say too much because you guys have seen this series everywhere on BookTube. And so yeah, I loved it. By the way, I have reviews for all these books on my blog. If you guys are interested, I will put the link to my blog down below if you guys want to check out my written reviews. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys the 3 books I read in August. I know I didn't have a really good reading month in August, but that's okay, right? Okay, so the first book I read in August was Vicious by Sarah Shepard. This is the final book in the Pretty Little Liars series. I love this book. I loved it so much. I thought this was a really great ending to the series. It wrapped up really, really well. I'm not going to say too much. I just don't have too much to say about these books because I loved every single one of them. I obviously gave this 5 out of 5 lily pads. It was an amazing ending. I'd highly recommend this series. Also, I just uploaded a Pretty Little Liars series review on my blog if you guys are interested in reading my full opinion for the series. So you can go check that out if you want. Okay. So, in August, I was feeling a little slumpy, so I wanted to read a tiny book, and so I chose McGraw, Good Dog by Bob Balaban. This is the 4th book in the McGraw series. I've been reading this series since I was like in 5th grade, and I still love it. If you guys don't know, it's a middle grade series just about a boy named Thomas, and he has a bionic super dog pet named McGraw, and he's a golden retriever. I love this series even as an adult. I thought this book was really good. It's so tiny, it's like less than 200 pages. But I give this book 5 out of 5 lily pads just because I love this series so much, and I feel it's so underrated. If you guys love middle grade books and you love dogs, I would highly recommend the McGraw series. It's so cute. Okay, so the very last book I read in August was The Heart of Betrayal by Mary E. Pearson. This is book 2 in the Remnant Chronicle series. I read the first book, The Kiss of Deception, last year, I think, and I really enjoyed it. So, like, I've been meaning to get to this book for so long now, and I finally read it, and I absolutely love this book. This book was so amazing. It was just so, so good. I thought it was even better. I thought it was even better than the first book. But, like, the first book was amazing, too. Like I said, I'm not going to spoil anything for you guys, so just know I love this book. It was just absolutely amazing. I love Leah. I love Rafe. I love Caden. I love the worlds. I just loved everything about this book, and I just love this series so much. I'd highly recommend it. And so, yeah, I give it 5 out of 5 lily pads. And so, yeah, guys, that is my July and August wrap-up video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much. Stay tuned for more videos coming soon. And yeah, let me know if you want to see a review on this channel for any of these books, or if you want me to do like a full series review for the Pretty Little Liars series or the Remnant Chronicles. Just let me know. I love your opinion, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.